Last year, I made a video about Nigerian food being popular, and a lot of people could attest to the fact that Nigerian food is the end thing. We ensure that we keep our culture, our cultural diversity with us. And when you do that, you lure people to you. A lot of people want to know exactly what it is about your delicacies, about your culture. Now, let's talk about Nigerian food. I do tell people there are so many people from the Western world and from other African nations that when they taste our dishes, they'll be like, this is fantabulous. This is beautiful. Right? Ranging from our jollof rice. I know jollof had been a thing because of the banter between Nigerians and Ghanaians, and recently the Senegalese, the Ivorians and the rest of them. Just few days ago, there was an hunger jollof contest, and of course Nigeria won. Take a look.
Walking down the streets, feeling the breeze. In the sunshine state where dreams come with ease. Palm trees swaying with the ocean in view. This is the place where I always feel brand new. Sipping on a smoothie, chilling by the shore. Got my shades on, feeling like I can't be ignored. Sun-kissed skin, feeling so alive in the soft rap game. I strive to thrive. Waves crashing on the sand as I ride the vibe. Soft rap flowing, let the rhythm.
Ghana jollof no sweet now. Everything now so egg and shito. Egg and shito. And for Senegalese jollof, una to do. Una come pack everything, put inside. Now wow. Hunger na my secret weapon. With hunger, my jollof is unbeatable.
Hey Nigerians, Mokasa. You guys brag too much. Our jollof is not white rice and ketchup. Our jollof is perfume. Asia, Noya Kono, Oye Sochi. Nakanzoni, tell them good day. With hunger as my helping hand, I could say artist, who cook the best jollof.
Aduna bi yep xam nañ ne ñun ñoo fi dàqa togg jollof ku ñu àndal di ko compétit ñun ñoo lay gagné. My hunger jollof is the best. Our jollof is like.
Alright, you're welcome back. Congratulations to we Nigerians. Now let's proceed. A lot of people don't think that jollof is all about the jollof rice. Is just the type of rice we do cook. We have jollof rice, we have the coconut rice, we have fried rice, we have the local rice, like the local palm oil rice. There are so many delicacies we cook with rice. Nigeria is an African nation with a very multicultural, rich heritage. And so is our food. We have so many dishes. There are so many swallows. There are so many soups. Lak soup, atama soup, edikoikoi soup, eforero, ewedu, oha soup, okazi soup, ogbono soup, okra soup, vegetable soup. So many delicacies. Groundnut soup, just to mention them. And these are nutritious food that will nourish your body because of the ingredients that we use in making these dishes.
Watch this video to find out where I still making some watermelon seeds plus peanut soup, and trust me, it was superb delicious. And don't get me started on the health benefits of watermelon seeds. So I'm just going to wash and pan roast seeds and peanut, and we're going to add in a blender, add some pepper soup spice, add some head of fish, butter, and we're going to blend to a fine consistency. In a pot, I'll be pouring in some palm oil, adding some chopped onion. We're going to stir, leave to saute, adding some dried fish. You're going to add in some washed pomo. Now we're going to stir very well and add in our air fried meat. You can use a fresh one. Add some crayfish powder, bouillon cube, and salt. Stir very well. I'm going to be adding in some Cameroon pepper because I need it spicy, and then adding our blended mix. We're going to be rinsing off our blender, stir and cover, let it cook for 8 minutes, and then we're going to open, adding some washed bitter leaf. Leave to simmer for 3 minutes, and that's it, guys. Our soup is ready. Tasted so nice, delicious, and different. Paired mine with some hot eba.
And so a lot of people, when they try Nigerian delicacy or Nigerian dishes, they tend to get glued. Except envy. Envy is what is making some people from some neighboring nations tackle Nigeria. And sometimes you see them go online to bring some, other like water food, water soups, and they say, oh, this is Nigeria. See, we have more than 500 delicacies in Nigeria. When it comes to swallow and soup, there are so many. So each tribe or each community to have something unique to them. I would love you to watch your screen and see the beautiful dishes.
Hi guys, let's make black soup today, one of my favorite soups. So to make black soup, you need uziza leaves and scent leaves. You're going to blend it with onions and yellow pepper. Next, you're going to get your protein of choice. I decided to season with blended pepper and seasoning cubes. So I'm just going to let that cook. Once it has come to a boil, I'm going to add in my blended uziza leaves and scent leaves. In my language, uziza leaves is called ichora. This is like an Edo soup, one of my favorite soups. So I'm just going to stir that, and then I'm going to add my blended crayfish and uziza seeds. Next, I'm going to season with my favorite seasoning cubes, Maggi crayfish. So I'm just going to mix that, and I'll cover it and allow it to cook for 20 minutes. Next, I'm going to add my washed smoked fish, and I'll just stir that up real good, allow everything to mix, cover it, and allow it to cook for another 15 minutes. Then I'm going to pour in my palm oil and just mix that up, cover it, and allow it to cook for another 15 minutes. And guys, my black soup is ready. God, I'm so excited. This soup tasted so delicious. I had with Emma, that is fufu.
If you eat a correct oha soup just like this one, you know that it deserves all the hypes that it gets. Into the pot, you are going to be adding in your meat. For this, I use goat meat. Add in your stockfish, your seasoning powder, add in your peppers, and this is a mixture of the yellow and the red one. Add some crayfish and salt. You are going to stir this all together, cover up your pot and allow that to dry. In another pot, you are going to be cooking your cocoyam. This is going to act as a thickener for this soup. Check back the meat, and this is the time for you to add in water. Allow this to cook for additional minutes before you add in your palm nut extract. Add in your pomo and your dried fish. You are going to add in your ogiri at this point, and after that proceed now to adjust to your desired seasoning, adding some seasoning powder, salt and pepper if need be. Once your cocoyam is well cooked, you are going to peel the back and blend this. Your soup base should be boiling at this point. Add in the cocoyam, cover up the pot and allow this to dissolve. Stir it to make sure that every of the cocoyam is well dissolved. Add in your uziza leaves and leave for a few seconds. You are going to prepare your oha leaves just like this and add in your oha leaves to your soup. The soup is almost ready. Add in extra crayfish. This makes lots of difference. Stir this all together, and this is what you have, a correct oha soup. Pair this with your favorite swallow, you will understand.
Now let's talk about jollof rice. Jollof rice can be cooked by many Nigerians, and the taste of each jollof rice is dependent on the person that cooked. So for you to come online and say, oh, because Mr. A cooked jollof rice from Ghana and you did not like it, that does not mean that Ghana jollof is worse than Nigerian jollof. You ate one jollof rice from one Olori Buku Nigeria like that, or from one Nigerian madam like that you did not like, does not mean that Nigerian jollof rice is worse than Ghana jollof rice. So cooking depends on the person. Don't come to my channel with that narrative of, oh, we cook better jollof rice. No, keep it to yourself.
There's nothing better than a little pick-me-up, and that's, my friend, is comfort food. If you're looking to make ekuru for the first time, think about how you'd make moi, but omitting a few ingredients. I'm also going to admit that my folding skills are not so great. What I do know is that you have to cut the stalks and put them into the pots you'd be using. If you have a steamer, this will be the perfect time to bring it out because it's an absolute game changer. Now you're going to pour about a quarter cup of the blended beans into the leaf and ensuring that there are no leaks. Cover this and let it steam for about 30 to 40 minutes. For the stew, adding all the ingredients into a saucepan, season with some salt, and let it cook for a minute or two before adding cow skin and smoked fish. I hope you enjoyed this recipe.
As a correct Igbo babe, nkwobi is one of my favorite comfort foods, and contrary to what you think, it's very easy to make. Now come closer, let me show you how to. First, I went to the market to buy matured cow leg, emphasis on matured please. Came back and cooked it till it was soft, soaked potash in water and saved out the remains. Now let's start mixing. Add palm oil and the extracted water from the potash. Mix it till the oil thickens up and turns bright orange. Add blended crayfish, pepper and ehuru, sliced utazi leaves and chopped onions, and mix everything together. Then I added my cooked cow leg and I added my ugba, and I added it now because I forgot to add it earlier. You're supposed to add it before adding the meat. Now mix everything well so they marry each other. Then put it on the cooker for like 2 to 3 minutes so the juice can enter into the meat weller. Taste for salt and adjust if needed. Then add more onions and utazi just before bringing it down so they maintain their freshness. And that's it, guys. I have done my part by giving you the ultimate nkwobi recipe.
Yo, this is my first time trying Nigerian food. We got the egusi soup, we got the fufu. Let's dive right into it. Apparently, you dip it in the egusi soup and you get all that in there. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's so satisfying to eat. But the fufu has no taste at all, honestly. But that egusi soup, bursting with flavor. Got a nice kick to it. I definitely have to take smaller bites because it's hard not to chew. Oh, I needed that. Here we have the oxtail. The oxtail isn't the most tender, but it has so much flavor in there. This is incredible, though. Holy shit.
It's the way they take the fufu or the poundo for me. I know it's not their culture, but you have to mold the swallow so that when you dip it into the soup, and you swallow it, you put it into your mouth, it will be able to pass through. We don't chew our swallow. Alright, and as for our fufu, different nations do have their different processes. Some of the things you're seeing on the screen are not fufu. Some are just poundo or semovita or semolina. They are all staple dishes. And a lot of them tend to try egusi soup as if egusi is the only food soup we have. But it's because egusi is the dish that is the easiest, if you ask me, to cook. However, we have oha soup, we have so many other soups. Most of these are being cooked with herbs.
It's not every time egusi and efo. Come and learn how to make nsala soup, aka white soup like a pro. So make sure you save this recipe before I delete it.
And so they are nourishing. And that is why the melanin in our skin tend to be enhanced or boosted or made stronger with the kind of dishes we eat. And most of these dishes are being produced from the source. People will go to the farm, they will harvest some vegetables, they will come back home and they will prepare and they will eat. Now, I would love us to react to this video. I just hope that this video will make sense to both of us. Let's proceed.
How'd they go? Today, we are trying Nigerian food. All the food is from this place called Afrobeat Kitchen. Now, I gotta be real, I've never tried Nigerian food, but I am excited. God is good.
Obviously, from the source, you realize that this food was not made in Nigeria. All these dishes weren't made in Nigeria. And I will always tell us something, and it is good, for you to find African dishes in the diaspora. It gives you that sense of connection to your home. However, it is always different. The tastes. Okay, you cannot compare the dishes cooked in your locality with the dishes cooked in faraway nations. Why? Because most of the ingredients or most of the vegetables are dry, right? You see them drying this particular leaf or drying this particular leaf. As someone in Nigeria or in some other African nations, if you're hungry or you want to make some delicacies or soups, you will just enter the market, you buy pumpkin leaf, curry leaf, scent leaf, fresh. There is no need to dry them because you want to make use of them. Water leaf, fresh. So you see that there is always a difference between the dishes prepared in Africa and that prepared in the Western world, where it is not their local dish.
Starting with this drink called Zobo. A little nervous. I spent $100, so I think this drink was 10, which is insane. Better add some inches. It smells good. It looks kind of healthy. I mean, there's not much to it. It's purple on the inside. Let's give it a taste. Woo! There's some ginger in there, so it's got kind of a kick. It's not bad at all, but it tastes like very healthy, like it's very good for you. I feel like this stuff could clear a cold, clear a pandemic. The Zobo is really good, but I don't know if it's something I would sip on a lot. It's a little bit too much ginger, which is kind of making it like a wellness shot. But for all the Nigerians in the comment, let me know if this is just something that you guys drink all the time.
All right, so Zobo is the juice from hibiscus flower. Some of you may know hibiscus flower when it is still attached to the branches. When fresh, but when dry, hibiscus can be made into a juice, can be squeezed into a juice, and it is very much medicinal. Zobo in Nigeria, some nations call them Zobolo. They are the same. Alright, so they are highly medicinal, and we tend to add a lot of spices or herbs alongside this zobo when we are cooking zobo, especially in Nigeria. I may not know about other nations, but I'm talking about Nigeria proper. In Nigeria, some of us, when we are cooking zobo, when we pour them inside water, we use the bark of pineapple, we use the pawpaw, we use ginger, and some other herbs. We put them together and we cook them together. That way, what you are drinking is no longer a normal juice, but you are drinking a medicinal juice. Then when we sieve and start adding sweeteners, we tend to pour all those juice that we've extracted from the pineapple or from the pawpaw or from other things. We mix them together and we'll bring out something that is sweetened yet medicinal. Zobo is rich. It's a rich drink in Nigeria. But please, if you're a pregnant woman, please consult your doctor. Hansy's internal cleansing. So if you are looking for the fruit of the womb or you are pregnant, do well to consult your doctor. Zobo drink can be served during weddings, during burial ceremonies, child dedication, child naming ceremonies. You can just go and buy it. But wait though, how much is this Zobo? For Zobo, to me that is too much, but I don't blame them because of the rate of taxation in their nation. the way their nation works isn't the way Nigeria works. But in Nigeria, zobo ranges from 70 cents through $2, depending on where you are purchasing your zobo.
Next, of course, we got the jollof rice. Now, this looks really good. So you got your jollof, your chicken, coleslaw. Let's start with the jollof. Bussin'. I do think this rice is a little bit dry. The flavor is very much good. Some plantain. Fire. No complaints on the plantain. Super moist, super sweet. Perfect amount of glaze. Some of this coleslaw now. The coleslaw is not my favorite. It's kind of bitter. Probably the worst part of this dish. Now let's try the chicken. Super good. The chicken is not dry at all. It's a chicken thigh. There's a lot of flavors going on here, of which I have no idea what they are, but they're good. That's all I need to know. Super moist chicken. All of this for $25. I might start looking built like the Nigerians themselves.
I think I'm impressed with this jollof from the packaging and from the presentation. It looked smooth, and like I told us earlier, we have different types of rice in Nigeria, and jollof rice is one of the rice we do cook. However, depending on who prepared the jollof, right, especially smoked jollof, you will so much love it. In Nigeria, when preparing jollof, we use mostly natural ingredients. Right, like our pepper, our onion, our tomatoes, curry leaf, certainly for those that want. And again, somebody will say, oh, your jollof is bland, it's empty, it's not empty, it's rich. We do not need to start adding green beans, baked beans, all those westernized things that will put so many coats of many colors in our jollof for it to look presentable. No. We prefer giving our visitors or our family the opportunity to choose whether they want to mix them or not. And that is why when we want to prepare our salad or coleslaw, we tend to mix all those things there. They will present our beautifully prepared sweet tender jollof rice. Then you mix it. If we want to mix all those things, we mix them in fried rice. There is a difference between fried rice. Except you just want to do your own miskobo, it is your choice. But so many people in Nigeria prefer eating jollof this way.
Next is this thing called steak suya. Once again, looks like a lot of flavors. Bon appetit. This is bizarre. I kind of like it and I kind of don't. The beef is super tender. In a way, it might be too flavorful. You kind of choke on it a little bit. But that being said, I do really enjoy it. I'm not sure if these two little pieces are worth $20, but I mean, everybody sets their own price.
Dear brothers and sisters, this suya is suyaring. But the price, alright, suya is a normal go-to in Nigeria. We have different types of suya. We have the chicken suya, we have the meat suya, we have the snail suya, alright? We have the pork suya, okay? Pork suya, I think they are all under meat suya. We have the chicken suya, we have the snail suya, depending on where you are. Suya's pricing may be different based on the orishi, maybe the cabbage, the onions, and some other things, the innuendos, the little things, that may be embedded into it. But I'm not talking about meats. I'm talking about all these carrots, cabbage, onions that they will add. However, you easily see suya all around in so many places in Lagos or even in Nigeria, yes. And with 500 naira you buy suya. I'm talking about with 50 cents, you're okay with suya in Nigeria. Yeah. 50 cents, buy suya. $1. Of course, you buy a good suya. $5. That's for the rich. Maybe you want it to know, yeah. Also, if you want to buy chicken suya, yes, you may be spending about $5, $6, sometimes even up to $7 to buy rich chicken suya. Yes, but not this amount.
This is the part I was most excited about, is why I bought the costume. This bread, man. I've been meaning to get my hands on this ooey gooey bread for quite some time. Basically, it's like a starchy bread, and then you pick it, you dip it in the food, you eat the food. Ooh, it's sticky. Pause. Okay, so next is the egusi. I'm not sure what it is. I think this one has beef in it. Looks like that. So next we're gonna get our bread. I don't know if I really like the smell of this. So let's get our fufu here. So we're gonna dip it in there. Let's get some of that beef. Let's get some of that. very interesting. It definitely has a kick to it. You know what? It's not that I don't like the fufu. I just don't know if I like the flavors in the egusi that much. I love the beef, super tender. The fufu is very moist, very sticky. But something about the egusi, I don't really like the aftertaste. It's not that I hate this. It's just not something I would eat. So overall, what do I think of Nigerian food? I gotta say, by far, the jollof and the meat skewers were by far my favorite. That being said, certain things just kind of had a weird twist that I'm just not used to. I feel like with the drink, it was very good, but then there was a little bit too much ginger. Then with the steak skewers, it tasted really good, but then there also was a little bit too much seasoning on it. And then with the egusi, I mean, the egusi wasn't my favorite, just personally. But with the jollof, it felt like everything was right. So overall, I'm gonna give Nigerian food a 7.7 out of 10.
Alright, brother, it is not bread. It is fufu, poundo, swallow, semovita, semolina, depending on the one you are eating. And that egusi is egusi, no? I feel they added a lot of rishi inside that egusi. Like I said, it will not taste the way our own is tasting here. But yeah, the taste board of this brother here, not everybody is expected to like our dishes. Okay, it's just like telling a typical Nigerian to taste some Japanese food or some Chinese food or some European dishes. You know, they're even trying. For so many of us, you may not even want to eat their food. You may taste it and you will not like it, especially tasting their dishes the first time. So yes, it's understandable. Alright? Overall, there are so many people that dream of eating our delicacies. There are so many white people, black people, Americans, Chinese people jumping on our dishes to test Nigerian food. Our delicacies, our African delicacies, our Nigerian dishes are so nutritious. They will nourish your skin. You know, that our melanin skin. You are proud of it. Your skin will be nourished. Your face, your body will look sweet. Your immune system will be strengthened. That is the importance of eating our delicacies. Alright? Most of this baked food, they are not good for your health. And that is why it is rare to find people dying of cancer in Africa. Alright? If you are careful with the way you eat in Nigeria, you'll be healthy. Your immune system will be strong. And so I also want to encourage our mothers, try as much as possible to limit fast food, all this baked food, baked buns, this, that. Limit it. Increase your intake of vegetables. Eat more of our local dishes. You know, ewedu is very good for your health. Amala is good for your health. Fufu is good for you. Yes, it has starch, but it has its primary source. It is not something you got from the lab. Eat iru, eat ogiri, eat otaze. These are the things that will nourish your body.
Alright, so Nigerians, the ancestors call to thee, the spirits of the spirits, echoes of strength rings through the chosen. Arise, oh, the chosen ones, the giant of Africa. In unity we stand, in resilience we conquer. Africans are true to the ancient figure. Wah, 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 wah. True to the ancient figure. Rise, oh.